let's go to see the staircase up.
Okay.
So this is staircase up to the way till the top. It's been divided into 3 parts. The first part that has too many royal statues in different positions from different periods, for like Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, New Kingdom, for different kings. It's showing you up the position of the kings and the royal people in different times. Yeah, like we can go and see. Some people are using the electric.
Oh yeah, there are staircases, so it's pretty accessible, I think.
Yes, and for handicap, it's prepared for handicap also. So we can see here. You can see a king is sitting. It dates back to the Middle Kingdom, but Ramesses II put his cartouche on it.
Oh wow! So this is not Ramesses II, but
he put his cartouche. You can see it's red granite, and he's wearing the bull tail. You can see the bull tail is appearing from his skirt, sign of power. And Ramesses II just want to put his names everywhere.
Wow.
Another king from the Middle Kingdom, Senusert. Senusert, it's a family. They have 5 Senuserts: first, second, third, and fourth, and fifth. Everyone from the same family, they started a farming, irrigation, and agriculture projects, and the second one comes after. He's continuing this project. So the most famous thing with this family is the farming projects they did all over the country.
So this Senusert family, was farming.
You can notice something is it's common with all the statues, the big ears.
Now I notice that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's something from the artist. He's sending a message that
they can hear everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Wherever you are.
Yeah.
So the king, he didn't have a big ears actually.
Yeah, proportionally the ears are big. Yeah, that's true.
So here it's a red granite, and we can see the king, like usually, is standing with the left leg in advance and is wearing this skirt. We call it chindit.
Chindit.
Yes,
okay.
this is this kind of a skirt. Red granite. This is a black granite, we can see.
And then one of the things you can also tell, especially with that over there, is the ear piercing. You can also see that. You can see it on this one as well. You can almost see it on that. Yeah. So they all seem to have it.
Yes, that's correct. We can see this king also. His setting, and those are the 2 princes in the 2 sides of this the base of the statue or from his chair, and he's wearing the royal Nemes headdress. And most of the statues, they had the nose got broken. We have 2 reasons for this. Nose and the neck are the most 2 weak points in the body of the statue. So sometimes you can see the artist would keep support for the neck from the back. Sometimes you can see Horus, the falcon god, is supporting the neck from the back, but the nose has no support. What he should do for the nose? Nothing. And sometimes they are saying that the kings came after the previous kings. They broke the nose like kind of insultation, or like I'm gonna just break your nose.
Yeah.
But I don't think so, because this is something common for most of the statues, because it's weak point.
It's a weak point. Okay.
Yeah. We can see here different kings from different times and you can see the facial features of the ancient Egyptian are similar. Like we have the almond eyes, the full lips, the nose, the high cheeks.
This one is different, carrying a pyramidion or something in the middle, like
this is a different. You can see King Tutankhamun in the Egyptian Museum is wearing the same skirt. This skirt is
that's a skirt. Okay.
It's the wide one. The wide one makes you feel free more, and if you are in a military campaign, so you can move freely.
Yeah, I see it now.
Yes.
I see it now.
And it's another space just if you want to write down your cartouche, some. Here is our.
Oh, yep.
The one who has different face, different body. He decided, so you can see him. another eyes, tall
The
and
cheek,
thin. Chin.
the chin, yeah,
The
is
face.
yeah, it's very
This
different.
Is a limestone one, and his nose also is different. He wants to represent himself like in a different position, like to be more real than being perfect.
Yeah.
He didn't care about being perfect. Get here. Let's go and see one of the Greek statues.
Oh yeah, you can tell this is definitely Greek. It's been pretty wet.
His name is Caracalla. And you can see the king is standing, and he was trying to dress up like Egyptian. He's wearing the Nemes headdress and the double crown, and he has the same position like Egyptian, but he has a curly hair and curly beard.
Yeah.
The beard was not common in ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptian, they were wearing false beard because they have to be clear and shaved. The whole body should be shaved. So he has different facial features, the eyes and lips, but he wants to
you can tell
present that he is
different, yeah.
Egyptian. This is the second part of the staircase that represents like an entrances, columns for tombs, temples, so you can have an idea about how would it look like our columns. Some columns are imitating the lotus flower or papyrus flower, open or closed like that one. In the back, it's closed papyrus, lotus one. This is just has nothing. Like the ones in the Karnak temples, it's like a collection of like open lotus. The lotus was the symbol of the south.
Okay.
Papyrus was the symbol of the north. So you can see here.
Lotus symbol of the south, papyrus symbol of the north.
The north.
Yeah.
You can see here those two huge pillars or columns are representing the lotus, and those are dating for the king Sahura from the old kingdom. You can see the king's cartouche, Sahura. He is getting the same titles, the Lord of the Two Lands. This is from his complex and his tomb. And the wadjet, the vulture and the cobra are protecting him. What's the vulture and the cobra? Vulture is the protector goddess of the south, because ancient Egyptian people used to represent everything they are watching. They watched the vulture in the south, so this is the protective goddess of the south. Cobra in the north, so she's the protective goddess of the north.
So the way you're reading that, the cobra is the last one down, or where is the cobra?
No, that one beside the cartouche.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yes.
And then where's the vulture?
Beside her, to the left side.
Okay, to the left side. Okay.
And Horus, in a bigger size, is protecting the king's name. So this king is being protected by all gods and goddesses. We have 4 directions: north and south, west and east. So each direction has a protective goddess, a female goddess.
Okay.
So we have from the north the cobra, the south vulture. We have the west is the scorpion, and we have in the east. Do you know what?
In the east would be crocodile.
No, it's the eastern desert. So we have.
Okay, it's the desert. Okay.
Yes, the deserts. We have lions.
Lions.
Yes.
Okay.
Another entrance door you can see here.
Then there's Sphinx too.
King Amenemhat the first. Amenemhat the first. It dates back to the Middle Kingdom time, and Amenemhat, that's his name inside the cartouche. May the whole life goes for him, like by the Ankh, and he's the Lord of the Two Lands, Neptawi, and his cartouche also in the entrance, in the facade of the entrance. And this is his Sphinx.
The Sphinx, yeah.
You can see his name is mentioned, and under his false beard, this Sphinx is a lion body with a lion head, but human face, the king's face, not the full.
Not the whole human head.
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything to read from that?
No, it's not like in purpose with something. It's kind of different representation for the Sphinx. Sometimes we have the lion head but human face, and sometimes no, it's the whole head is human. You can see the details. It's black granite, the ribs, the tail, the pose, and this is on the base. We can see the king's names and titles, and that one was found in his temple.
You can really see the details of the ribs.
Just guarding the entrance of the temple, kind of.
Yeah.
A guard. See those two?
And then broadly, how is a museum structured? Like just from a more broader perspective, do they have New Kingdom section, Old Kingdom section?
Yes, that's on the galleries. We will go for the galleries, but in this staircase it goes into 3 sections. One is for the royal statues.
So we just came up the first steps, royal. There is a esplanade here. There is a
the columns and the entrances, the different kind of art.
Is the next steps?
The third one is the religious.
The next one after that is the religious
the
one.
statues of the gods and goddess.
All right, so that's how it's organized.
Yes.
Broadly.
So we can go for it now. You can see different.
And is this granite too?
No, this is ceramic.
Just ceramic, okay.
Yeah, just new ceramic. This
what
is
are we looking
a
at?
table of offerings.
Oh, really?
Offerings table. Like you just put like some jars, some containers that contains the oils, contains the perfumes, wine, water. Just in front. Have you seen when we go inside any tomb? The dead person is sitting in front of the offering table full of offerings. So that's how
it would be.
Yes.
Okay. This seems like the top of some pyramidion of some obelisk.
This is the top of obelisk.
Yeah.
For who? The Queen Hatshepsut.
Oh, so she had an obelisk, huh?
Yes, she had 2 obelisks actually. One at Karnak Temple, and one got destroyed.
And this is the top of it.
This is the top of it, and one should be finished, but this is the unfinished obelisk that's the location in Aswan at the quarry, the granite quarry.
That was so that unfinished obelisk would have been for.
It should be.
Hatshepsut. Okay.
Yeah, it should be the largest obelisk of Egypt, but it didn't finish. It had some cracks.
Yeah, we saw the cracks.
You can see here. The queen, she's representing her. She got the masculine titles. She had the bent beard. She looks like she's dead. And this is the Kubra, sides of the sun desk. So, and the queen, she's getting the wasit. This is thick that has like something bent on the top of it. It's one of the royal signs. She's holding ankh from the other hand.
And papyrus?
This is lotus.
Oh, lotus, okay.
Lotus, yes. The lotus was so famous with the smell. Papyrus was famous with its use, like we were using it for
papyrus. Paper,
to document. So
and then why is a crown that shape?
Two feathered.
Yeah.
Looks like Amun-Ra.
2 feathered Amun-Ra.
She did a religious propaganda to pretend that she had a divine blood. So she's the daughter of gods. She's not a normal person.
2 feathered Amun-Ra.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go. Crystal cave. It's a red granite. Again, the light here is more.
Yeah. Oh.
But you can see from the face, she had feminine facial features, not like
masculine,
kings.
Or even just the sitting pose that at least I can tell.
And this is the part from like an obelisk for King Mummification, but this one got like broken in some pieces. King Mummification is the son of King Ramesses II, who ruled Egypt like for a while after his father's death. It should be at Karnak, but it got destroyed or broken, so we tried to keep it stick together, put some support and add it right here. 2 red granite columns. You can see it ends with a crown with an open lotus flower, and you can see here the cartouche of the king. Tell me that you now can read the cartouche of this king.
let's see. This one right here, right? I see this. I see the sun.
This one is more easy. That's beside. Those are the two names of the same king. This is the coronation. This is the birthday. So tell me what this king? Ramesses II.
Really? I should everything now should just be Ramesses.
Yeah.
I think you'll be like 80% correct if you just say Ramesses. Ramesses
Yes,
II.
that's correct. Like in Egypt nowadays, everyone's name, his name is Muhammad. So when you that's like Muhammad, everyone.
Yeah, you're almost correct if you just guess that.
This is Sphinx for Ramesses II and Miriam Betah, both. So we can see the two cartouches for the two kings on the same statue or on the same Sphinx. The same idea of Sphinx. This is a human head, human face with a lion body, and you can see here they put both cartouches together with the same titles and the details of the lion's body.
Yeah, so
made
this
out
one
of
has
granite.
the human head, not the
Yes.
human face.
Yes. This is a chapel or a shrine. It houses a statue for the king Nectanebo. Nectanebo, it dates back to the late period time. We can see, this one we got it from a temple, from Luxor temple, and we can see the sun disk winged, and the Horus is protecting the king's name. It's made out of red granite. We used to get those chapels to be inside the sanctuaries, or the Holy of Holies, in a companion or to be merged with the gods' statues. And in the rituals, they have to worship both statues.
Yeah.
The statue of the god, the statue of the king. You can see here from the faces, from the body.
This one looks more like the Ptolemaic people.
Yes, that's correct. So Ptolemy, you're now so familiar with our art and the different kind of art. So this is a Ptolemy art, but they are trying to dress up like ancient Egyptian, and it has the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphic inscriptions. You can see the cartouche. This is Ptolemy king name, and they are trying to give offerings. You can see here from the body and the face, the nose, the cheeks, and the sided tail on the hair, but they want to keep themselves like Egyptian. They are holding the wasat, the royal sign, and the sun disk on the head, over the head, and a bull tail. So the same idea of the ancient Egyptian, but Greek.
Greek, and then first it's not granite. I don't think this is not granite, right?
This is salt stone.
Yep, it's not granite, and then you can
the difference.
The Egyptians were kind of straight lines, and this is more curvy, and at least that's my own
body.
interpretation.
This is the third section. The statues for the gods.
So now we just went up the first staircase, and then we've gone up the second, now on this esplanade, and then
the third one will start.
The third one starts.
The Oscar Award statue, God Betah.
Yep, God Betah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you remember from yesterday in Memphis.
So for those of you that have seen the Oscars,
yes,
right, you can see this posture.
Yes.
It's really from Egypt, something I learned.
Yeah, and he's standing. Like this is better representation for Betah than yesterday. It was a remaining from the statues. He's standing. This is his wife, goddess Sekhmet.
Sekhmet, okay.
And again, Betah is standing there. They have their son, god Nefertun.
Nefertun.
Yes, the representation on the triple or the three statues in the back. I will show you, but this is the god Betah, the creator, God who's creating the human being by the power of speech, and he is the one who's the master of representing or doing the statues of all other gods.
Okay.
So that's him, and Sekhmet, she's the daughter of Amun-Ra, and she's the other face of Hathor, Sekhmet, the lioness.
Okay.
Goddess. And you can see her. This is a black granite. This one is red granite. Both are here. This is Ra-Hurakhti. Ra-Hurakhti, he's a mix between Amun-Ra and Horus. So you have seen this at Edfu, I think.
Yeah.
Edfu Temple, the representation for Ra-Hurakhti. At Philae Island also Ra-Hurakhti is represented. So at some point the gods got merged together just to get you or to give you and the new kingdom. So the old kingdom gods, they are the main gods, Horus, Ra, Amun-Ra, but in the new kingdom they got improved the idea just to mix or merge the gods together. And we have this one, he's falcon, but like not like the Horus ones.
Yeah.
Not like the Horus eye and the Horus nose, so it's a little bit different. And the king is sitting with him, King Amenhotep, and he's sitting with the god and he's wearing the false beard. His face is, this is the Egyptian face, and he's wearing the nemes and the same throne right here, the same size like God. Only the kings.
So
were allowed.
one of the things I kind of figure out whenever you see like a statue or just a drawing with an animal head and a human body, just always automatically imagine
God.
that's a god. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is Betah, Sekhmet, and their son Nefertiti.
Nefertum. Okay.
Nefertum was represented as like a lotus flower appeared from the Nile River, sometimes a lily flower. So he's the one who's responsible to give the oils and the perfumes to the priests who are doing the mummification.
Okay.
So this is
So why? So remind me the name.
Sekhmet,
Segment.
the lioness. Betah,
But why is Peter with a human head?
he's a creator god, and that's his representation to be sculpted like a mummy.
Okay.
But he's creating. This is his representation.
Just
he
a
doesn't
human
get
head.
any
Animal head.
representation. Let's go here.
And then this posture. What's this posture called again?
This is Senusert. King
With-
Senusert.
this is the mummified posture.
Mummified. He is trying to imitate or to represent himself like God Osiris.
Okay.
God Osiris is the god of the afterlife, and he's the one who's wearing the long garment and in a mummified position. His beard, the false beard should be bent, but it got broken, and we can see his name here and the number of arrows. This is the number of the enemies of Egypt in his time.
Oh, okay. Number of enemies of Egypt.
And you can see his eye lining, he's
Yeah.
lining his eyes.
Which is very common at the
Yes.
time. Yeah.
And in ancient Egypt, makeup for men and women together. We can see the statue. Who is this?
Ramesses.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Our star,
Yeah.
superstar.
Ramesses is a superstar.
Yes, he's standing with the left leg in advance right here, and this is statue when he was young.
And that's Nefertari behind.
Yes, she's supporting him from the back, like behind. And we have till now in Egypt a speech saying that behind all the great men, a great woman.
Woman, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
She's
it's just in
supporting-
Egypt. I've heard that everywhere.
Everywhere,
Mhm.
she's supporting him. So I think they inspired that from him. We can see this pillar. King Mummification, the son of Ramesses II, he's holding the head of Asian enemies. You can see that they doesn't like Egyptian, and he's beating him, and in front of or the presence of God Horus, he's supporting him, and he's telling him that like I'm supporting you.
Okay.
And his Mummification is recording his victory in this pillar
Okay.
on the Asian people.
And Mummification's son of Ramesses II.
Yes, here in Egypt. He's still in the religious section. You can guess who this.
This is Greek, Alexander the Great.
Not Alexander the Great. It's something Greek, but this is Serapis.
Serapis, okay.
You remember that Serapium yesterday?
Oh,
This is the
okay.
representation for Serapis, the god
Wow.
Serapis.
The god Serapis have a bulls.
Bulls. Yes, this is his human representation. The Roman garment and the curly beard, the curly hair, and that's how he looks like.
Yeah, so we went to the Serapeum yesterday, which is, that's to me is just a whole...
The mix between the bulls Apis and
it's
Osiris.
a whole different level of what did you see there.
The art, different type of art.
So Serapis, okay.
This is Hathor or Hathor, that's how we pronounce her name. The cow's goddess, cow's representation goddess. She's the goddess of the motherhood. She's the one who took care of Horus when Isis was looking for Osiris pieces after being cut by Set's hands. She's holding the cupra with the sun disk and her shrine on the top of her head. She's representing as a lady with the cow's ears.
Yeah, you can see.
We got it from her beautiful temple at Dandara, Henna. Again,
Serapis, okay.
Yes, the Greek-Roman god mixed
And
with the Egyptian.
the face feature is very, like, where is the mouth? I can't even tell.
Small, not like Egyptian.
Yeah.
And the eyes.
And the chin too is a little bit
Curly.
yeah. And it's obviously not granite because I don't think they use a lot of granite.
Yes, that's correct.
So sarcophagus.
This is a different representation for sarcophagus and coffins. This is a granite one, black granite. We will see red granite. We will see like a human covered top. Like it looks like the same face or the same body of the dead person. And another coffins, it takes the shape.
These are different. Okay, so you have the shapes like this, and this one also has a notches here, which is maybe used for opening it. And then you have the red granite over there, and then you have the ones where the cover is, and I'm pointing to this, the cover is a human body form. And then you have that over there, which is just the entire sarcophagus is human body. Yeah. Yep, so this is the one where the cover is the human body shape. And then...
You can get it from the top.
Yeah.
This has got Anubis.
Oh, this is black granite, red granite.
Yeah.
Different.
Red granite. Toot, the dead person.
Why the holes?
Those holes just to put the holders to make it easy. Yes.
Was this at the time or is this...
No, this is new.
New, okay, new stuff. Okay. All right.
Different.
And then this one is...
cover.
This is just the cover, the main bodies.
But yes, this is the cover. You can see it dates back to the late period time. Late period time, like after the New Kingdom. So it starts with the 24th dynasty till the 30th dynasty. The kind of art was not perfect like the New Kingdom time because the kings became so weak. Not like the glory time of Egypt.
Yeah.
You can see here,
and then
ending up with the pyramids.
Oh, this view is perfect. This is a good view. It seems like you earned this view after climbing all these steps.
Just to reach.
Yeah, just to reach and see. And you're seeing the pyramid of that's Khufu, right?
This is Khafra. Khufu is
okay,
to
Khufu,
the left side.
the big red one, Khafra.
The Khafra, the one that has still the top.
Yeah, so after all the climb from over there, and then you get a grand view of the pyramids.
This is Khufu, Khafra.
And Mankara. Where's Mankara?
To the
Yep, and you can see Mankara.
small one.
Yep.
And this is the maquette of the museum itself.
Sorry, this is
This is part from the museum, but like we entered. Yes. We are entering from here, and this is the entrance we use. This is the obelisk, and this is the main entrance.
So this is the entrance from here.
No, we entered this pyramid.
Oh, okay. We entered from here, and then where did we go once we got in from here?
Inside, and then we went up.
We went up.
And
Okay.
we will go now to the left side.
Okay.
Those are gardens.
I see. I see. So we got in this the pyramid, the obelisk we saw, and then
Yes.
got in, and then we've gotten up here,
Yes.
and we can see. Okay.
And this is the pyramids and the way.
So we're seeing over this.
Yes.
We're looking over this to the pyramids over there. Okay.
That's it.
And then the galleries are this way, and then okay. Makes sense.
This is the museum. This is the museum.
Yes, the maquette of the museum. King Tutankhamun gallery will be in the middle to the left side, but it's still not open.
Okay.
This is the main gallery. It's a big area.
I don't know.
This is the entrance that will be the exit. This is the plan of how it looks like of the main gallery, how they plan it. So we can see like it's vertical and horizontal lines of galleries. So like the green line, it's giving you an idea about the prehistory period and the early dynasties of the Old Kingdom. So by like vertical line, this is the social life. This is all the kings and the royal signs, and here is the religious. The blue line or blue color, Middle Kingdom and the intermediate period, the second intermediate period. Number 6 will be the social life of the Middle Kingdom. Number 5 will be the royal signs and the kings and queens. Number 4 will be the beliefs, the religious. We will do the coolest way, which is the zigzag.
Okay.
Okay, so we will go for this and return back, and in each step or each floor we have like bathrooms, we have like access to anything if you want to have a break or have a seat. Okay, because it's big. So let's start. Prehistory time means all the stuff we got without an inscription,
Okay.
without getting the rights. So we have some stuff, some tools, like for hunting, plates. They use it, but it's been decorated.
But not readable,
Yes.
not hieroglyphics or anything.
Some stuff we found
Like
there.
maybe an arrow head.
So here we have rights. It dates back to the 4th dynasty. So this is from Memphis. We got it. So here we go. We can see the owner is sitting, and he's not a king. It dates back to the 4th dynasty, the time of building the pyramids, the great pyramids of the Ashur and Giza pyramids. And the wife, she's holding him. She's sitting like nowadays wife, and she's wearing a wig. And this is their kid. Can you see the inlaid eyes?
Oh yeah, yeah. So this
It looks
one
real.
of this at the old museum.
museum.
There was also
Nofret and Rahotep.
yeah, somebody similar to that.
Yes.
I wonder what they use for that eye.
Crystal.
It's just a crystal.
Yeah, crystal.
And this would be what, 4,000 years ago?
The 4th dynasty dates back to between 2,500 years BC till 2,700.
Let's just take 25 years, 2,500, so almost
BC, yeah.
BC, so almost 4,500 years ago.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
This is also a collection for stuff that dates back to the pre-history time, means pre-writing.
Yeah. And what do they think this is? This is like animal bones, knives
Yes,
from
animal
the-
bones, and
or
they
horns.
use them like just to hunt or to cut. So how? This is a very early representation for a rulers. A ruler statue.
Prehistory.
Yes, prehistory. We don't have any.
And this is gold plated.
gold plated.
And this, so
And his son.
where is gold found a lot in
Sinai.
Egypt? Sinai.
the mines.
That's
from
where
Sinai.
they get
Yes.
a lot of the gold.
Yes.
And what
And the
about
Eastern Desert.
What about gold? Did they? Because gold is pretty. It's pretty useless, just if from a utility perspective, right?
But it represents the sun.
Because
sun
of the
rays,
glittering. That's
the glittering.
Okay.
And they believe that the bodies of the gods are made out of gold.
Okay, so just because it shines. Because I've always thought about why gold. Like if I'm 5,000, 4,000 years ago, and I'm living a subsistence agriculture life, the last thing I'll care about is gold, right? Because I'll be caring about my food and something I can actually
Fancy.
use.
This is wealthy. Like they got their main things. They accommodated their food and
Yeah.
everything, but they want to give themselves something
Something
wealthy and
to
fancy.
wash it, and then gold was what it
Yes.
is. Okay. And this is gold plated. This is not
Yes,
like
gold-plated.
this is not full
Not full gold.
gold. Okay.
See some pieces from walls of a tomb. It dates back to the Old Kingdom. We can see here, this is a musician band, a musical band, the harpist, and this man, he's giving the rhythm and he's playing flute. And you remember yesterday when we were at Saqqara, the tomb of Princess Idut. She had the same base on the walls, the colors of the Egyptian flag we inspired from, like the red, white, and black colors in the base of the tombs.
For the Egyptian flag, yeah.
Yes, the Egyptian flag. And you can see this is a different.
So, sorry, you said this came from a tomb? From
From tomb. It
from
dates back
tomb.
to the 6th dynasty, Old
the
Kingdom.
6th dynasty.
Yes.
And they were already riding, I see,
Those are dancers.
no, like the bird there, like, is that like a...
Yeah, this is like hieroglyphic.
Okay,
So
they're
that's
already doing that, okay.
the dynasty's time, so that's after getting the rights, because we can record and know who's this king, who does that, and who did that.
Yeah, and they were playing harp at the time.
Yes,
It's-
and those are dancing, doing the
Yep.
movements and dancing. And this tomb, it's originally for one of the priests, not a royal person, not a king. And we can see him, he's sitting on his table eating, and this is his pet.
a pet monkey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's eating as well.
Wow.
So ancient Egyptian, they were so interested in keeping pets in their houses, like cats, monkeys, dogs.
Yeah,
So that's more.
that's interesting. And this at this time they weren't engraving. This is just pure painting.
Yes.
And the fact that they could paint and it remains like this
Yes.
4,500 years, it should be.
And those are slaughtering. Just slaughtering a cow. You can
Cow,
see
yeah.
it's not very clear, but we can see the slaughtering. Those are the workers are trying to slaughter just to give it as an offerings.
Okay.
So those are different parts from the wall from his tomb. Hunting, fishing, getting the fishes. This is the Nile River color. You can see the blue color and the
Yeah, and the detail too. Crocodiles haven't changed. The same pompino fish, I think. At least that's what I think it is.
yes. The most famous fish in the Nile River is the tilapia.
Is it tilapia? Okay.
Different containers,
More
like,
jewelries
yes, the
and
bronze,
ornaments.
copper, and this is a mirror.
Oh, that's a mirror. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is I think what we're referring to.
Yes, you have to polish it just to see your reflection. It was made out of copper. We don't have a glass
Glass
at that time,
mirror at the time,
but you
okay.
can see your reflection. This is a kind of decoration, jewelries, just to
And this is still Old Kingdom.
yes, Old Kingdom and
And then alabaster?
And this is alabaster containers, just to contain oils, makeup stuff, and that's all. You can see here a first or an early writing. It dates back to the Old Kingdom, that one. And this is a representation for a scribes.
Okay.
That one, this one.
And what is this?
This
Spice.
is an early rites. This is the box that has the tools. They use them, the colors, just to write or to keep the
So
colors.
this box is from that time, or this
yes,
is
from
new?
that time. No, this is very old one. You can see it still has a hieroglyphic on the top of the box.
Wow. So this wood is over 5,000.
Yes, and those sticks, they use them as pen.
Yeah.
just to write.
And that's how they got the color from
Yes.
the. From that,
Those
the red.
original materials or the tools. Those are the tools of writing.
Wow.
And this is a different representation for.
This is interesting because this is the first time I've seen wood
wood
used in
that one also.
and this one, or at least in this section.
And those are different representation for workers. Like she's baking, or he's baking. I'm sorry, he's
Baking or doing laundry. Who knows what they're doing at the time?
Yeah, laundry. They were like washing them by hand.
That's what I'm saying. That she might be doing laundry there,
Yeah.
right? Or baking, whatever. I don't
Baking.
know.
No, this jar it has like the bake, and they are baking. Servants. So those are servants who are holding this stuff. This is a scribe, and which has like something unique. We have a better scribe in the Egyptian museum, the old one, but that one you can see the red color of the eyes, that he's so exhausted.
Yeah, you can actually tell, like the eye white, either exhausted or
Very exhausted.
haven't.
And he's holding the papyrus roll, and this is made out of
this
wood.
one has a beard. Seems like a beard or some painting on the lip too. Interesting.
Yes, he has a mustache.
Mustache, yeah.
Yes, and he's wearing his jewelry. He's holding the papyrus roll, and his ears just like it represents like he's listening. He's so careful to
Attentive,
listen.
yeah.
But his eyes, like he looks so exhausted. He wants
Yep.
to sleep. And here we go, another representation for
Of
the
scribes.
scribes. Different type of servants,
But
the
still
social
of
life.
the old kingdom.
We are going to now to the royal, but let me show you this improvement.
Oh, this is a different.
The different types of the tombs, dating back to the old kingdom, the first and second dynasties. This is the mastaba,
Yep.
the first two shapes.
They
that
improved
has-
the mass. So the first mastaba, at least if I'm just reading, it's just
Small
a
one?
small hole,
Yeah.
and then covered with the building on top.
Yes.
With the mastaba on top.
The second
And
one,
then the second is
multiple rooms.
multiple rooms, and then covered, but the pyramid shape is beginning to form, and it
This is
seems
the
more
step pyramid.
layers. And then the step pyramid, which is not just multiple rooms, but almost a complex,
Yes,
right? And then it's just covered.
yes.
And then by the time you go to
Bent pyramid.
Bent pyramid, you now have multiple rooms. You have the
Corridor.
corridor that goes down.
And then up to reach the burial chamber. Here is the red pyramid.
Yep, that's the one I got in and
Yes.
and had to get back out.
And that one, this is Khufu.
It's Khufu. That's the I got into that one.
Yeah, the Great Pyramid.
the
of
Great
King
Pyramid.
Khufu. So this is the improvements of the pyramids
Wow.
in the Old Kingdom time.
And the gap between those three is just within 100 years. All those three were built,
Yes, roughly.
because between this and this is just about what?
They are the same
10
family.
10
like
years.
Senefru and Khufu, he's the father and the son.
Wow.
So here we go to start.
Let me take a picture of this one. I think this is an interesting. All right. So this is the video of
Yeah, showing you with the AI
what they now would
how
have
it looks like in the ancient time.
time.
The port, the markets, the port of the pyramids, building the pyramids, and that's ancient Egyptian people were so they like the bread, so we have so many different
And you
breads.
guys, Egyptians still like bread today. It
Yes.
seems like it.
Yeah,
It's-
the same.
Yeah, I had breakfast and they brought me so much bread. I thought I was
Yeah.
like feeding feeding a village or something. Oh wow. Nice video.
So here we got and we are in the same line, the prehistory and Old Kingdom, but this is the royal section. So we
Okay.
can see here, this is the funeral furniture of a famous queen. Her name is Queen Hatshepsut. She's the mother queen of King Khufu, and she's the queen wife of King Senetro. So she was so powerful, and that's her tent when she's going outside to hang out or to hunt or to watch activities. So they pack the tent. You can see it's gold plated, and it's easy to pack it in this box.
Okay, so they actually design it so you can remove all the latches.
Yes.
Fold it,
And
move with it.
This box has had its curtains. A curtain just to be put on all the
on
sides.
the outside so the queen can sit in there.
And that's her chair. We found all those furniture or all the stuff of the queen in her pyramid, the small pyramid that King Khufu built for her beside his great pyramid. So this is her funeral bed, but this layer of food, it's new.
Okay.
We added just to support the bed itself. You can see the head wrestler.
They actually use that to rest?
Yes,
that stuff?
yeah.
Is that comfortable?
Yeah. But this one is a funeral one, not the one that she used in her life.
Okay.
The bed. You can see the bed details. It has a lion legs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
And this is the chair.
For
They
carrying,
use it
for
for
carrying.
the queen, just to carry her.
Oops.
You can see her name. And this wood we added just to support this part of renovation. So that's her chair, just they use it to hold her.
Yeah.
This is her jewelry box. It's full of bracelets. You can
Wow.
see it here. See?
And that's made of what?
Silver.
Silver.
Silver and turquoise. You can see it's precious stones and silver.
And butterflies drawn on
Butterflies, yes.
Wow.
Very pretty. And that's her sarcophagus and the canopic jars box. It's made out of alabaster.
This is the first one I've seen with alabaster.
Alabaster? Okay.
At least that I have seen. So they did make sarcophagus with alabaster.
We had so many sarcophagus made out of alabaster, but they are in the Egyptian Museum.
Okay, and this is one of them.
This is one of them. The alabaster, the best alabaster we got, it's from Luxor.
Alabaster is easier to work than granite, right?
No, it's not like granite. It's
easier to work. It's
easier, yes.
easier to.
But it's rare. It's not
Common.
like the
and I
granite.
think it probably breaks easier, I would think.
Yes,
Maybe.
and this is the box that house her organs inside the canopic jars.
Okay.
It's made also out of alabaster.
So the organs were put in here and then.
Yes, and this is her collection of containers, just to contain her makeup, her perfumes, and her oils.
Wow.
The plates that she used to put the food on the table, and it's like copper, bronze, and alabaster, gold stuff. That's all those we got them from her tomb, from her pyramids, sub-pyramid beside Khufu's pyramid.
But did they not find the mummy?
Her mummy, no.
So why would they take the mummy but leave all of this? Because this is what if I was a grave robber, this is what I'll be coming after, right?
But actually, nobody knows. Maybe it's been stolen and sold for different people. People believed in the magic and the black magic, and sometimes they believe that you have to get a mummy, or there is some stuff inside the mummy just to do black magic.
Like traditional
Yes.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And those are her plates also, the containers.
Yeah, the one that blows my mind is just the precision to carve granite like that to make a cup or whatever that is.
Those are containers for wine, beer. Beer was very important in the table. When you are, it looks like Coca-Cola or the Pepsi nowadays. So you have to keep beer. It gives you energy. It gives you power just to work the whole day. So they used to drink beer so much.
Even today, people say beer gives them energy too, right?
Yeah, that's correct. This is a statue for the famous king Senefru.
Senefru. That's my king.
Yeah, he's the one who built the bent pyramid.
But
and
he has just the crown is
the white crown
the white crown is
of the north.
Just the north. Yeah.
And we can see his name and his build. He's standing. He's supposed to be standing with the left leg in advance. He had a support on the back, like a kind of wall, just supporting his statue not to be broken. The king is Senefru. He was a powerful king, and this is his pillar. You can see him also sitting, wearing the double crown.
He built the step pyramid, right? So
not the step, the bent pyramid. Senefru. This is Senefru.
oh, the bent, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
The bent pyramid, and he built the first perfect pyramid, the slided one or the smoothie one, at Dahshur. We have this yesterday, and this is his cartouche. And Horus, you can see the details of Horus.
The paws
feathers and poles, and he's protecting his name, Senefru, and he's the lord of the two lands, and the vultures, the Kubra, they are protecting also him. And this is the entrance or the.
And you even have an
palace.
insect over there, like so you even have some insects right here.
Yeah, this is the sign of Niptawi. Niptawi title means the lord of the two lands. So wherever you see this insect, this is the lord of the two lands.
Okay. What insect is that?
This kind of fly.
Some fly, okay.
Bee.
Okay. And then this side is a digital exhibit.
Giza?
A digital, like more display.
Oh yeah, this
visual.
And you can see those boats. It's a wooden boats, just kind of maquette. For the boats that's transferring or moving the goods through the Nile River. Just a maquette, because they
So
put
this is the kind of boats they were using at the time.
It's made out of wood and papyrus.
So is this what they were using to carry float the stones from?
Yes. And the king believed, or the owner believed, if he put them in his tomb, so he will use them in the afterlife in a bigger size.
Okay. So they were buried with this.
Yes.
With this
We found them inside the tomb. You can see here more statues for kings. Again, this is the name of Khufu.
And this one is really red, the granite.
Yes, and this one has been renovated.
Oh wow! I mean, it's hard to describe how polished this.
Yes.
But by this time, is this Greek? This one?
I'm sorry?
Is this one Greek?
No, this is ancient Egyptian.
Okay.
Those three statues for the same king, King Khafra.
Khafra, okay, this is
Who built
Khafra.
the second pyramid.
Yeah, the one in the middle right there.
Yes. You can see here the king's name and his throne, and a representation is repeated on the throne from the side. It's a lung that has two plants, the papyrus and lotus. This lung is representing the Nile River. They say that the Nile River is the lung of Egypt. If we don't have the Nile River, Egypt would die. So that's why we worship the Nile River. We call him Happy, the god of the Nile River. We're still in the Old Kingdom. This is the king. It's a pure alabaster statue for King Menkaura, the builder of the third pyramid.
Yeah, the one to the far.
So you can see the king is sitting, and parts of the statue got broken, and this is his name, the repeated Ka. Ka means the soul or the spirit. So Min Kaura, the one who comes from the spirit of God Ra. This is his name. And this is the fly, the bee that's saying the Nisubiti, the lord of the two lands. And he's wearing the royal signs. He's holding his stamp in hand, and he's resting. The other hand means powerful and merciful at the same time.
Resting and then
Resting, merciful.
Merciful.
Holding the royals
Like this?
Yeah.
So powerful.
Powerful, merciful.
Merciful.
Yes.
And then the
That's his face.
fake mustache is alive. Straight.
The straight beard.
Straight. That's straight, right? I think
Beard,
I'm
yes.
seeing it as straight. Yeah.
Yes.
Beard, not
Beard,
the mustache.
not
Mustache is
mustache,
up here.
Different representation also. for kings. Dating back to the 6th dynasty, a king, his name is Hatshepsut, King Khafra. You can see his name.
I'm beginning to think Khafra like alabaster, maybe.
Yeah. But this is on the back, this is Minthawra, not Khafra.
But we saw Khafra too.
Khafra, yeah, to the right side.
On the other side, yeah.
Yes. This is a different pyramid builders in the Old Kingdom. All of them, they have the royal signs with them. They must be seated with the names. This is Senefru again. He's standing with the left leg in advance, holding the royal signs. And I know Senefru from his face.
Really?
Senefru, Ramesses II, Thutmose III are so famous with the face.
You can just see their face and know. Wow.
Yeah, from the face. So you can see here. This is a base, or a part from a base that's housing a big statues, and it dates back to the king Unas. You remember the king Unas? You entered to his tomb, to his pyramid yesterday, who has the inscriptions inside his pyramid at Saqqara.
Yep.
Okay, this is his name, Unas the rabbit. I know the name from the rabbit. That's his name.
Unas rabbit.
Yes.
Okay. That's the one we got in after the step pyramid, right?
Yes. Those are like
hunting. Is it a hunting?
Hunting, just to
Yeah, it's a hunting arrow. You can see the groove.
the sticks. Yes.
Yeah. And then that's probably the bow.
We are now going to the Middle Kingdom.
Okay, so we've left the
We left the Old Kingdom.
Old Kingdom. Now is Middle
We're
Kingdom.
going to the middle.
Do they have sections for the intermediate periods or no?
The middle and the intermediate period.
They just kind of combine them. Okay.
Yes. This is an imitation for a tomb. It's called. This is for the one of the city governors at Bani Hassan. His name is Khanum Hatib. His tomb, you can see how it looks like. See here.
Oh, this is what the wall. Oh,
Yes,
this
the
there's a
wall.
sound here, the echo.
You can see here. The people from the east, they are Asian. They are different clothing, different dressing up. They are coming to the governor. He's standing with his pets, his dogs, just waiting. They are asking him, "We want to stay. We want to get food in Egypt." So he gave them the permission. This is his leader. He's giving this is the Egyptian employee. He's getting from the leader the paper to get the permission from the governor. You can see different scenes that he's set. The voters are just giving the offerings. She's smelling lotus, and this is his funeral. You can see on the boat they are holding him. The funeral, you can see his coffin. This is like the daily life activities. You can see a lot. The dogs, different kinds of animals in the area. Different scenes and views. You can see the cows, the bulls, the buffaloes, and donkeys, the lambs.
And this is the colors too will be.
Yeah, still there, and this is the Middle Kingdom time. It dates back to the 12th dynasty. 12th dynasty, Khanum Hatib. Again, the social life in the Middle Kingdom. You can see this is a maquette for some people and the servants who are fishing, getting like some food from the Nile River, from some fishes. You can see here different kinds or different types of the boats. We got those boats from their tombs, the workers' tombs.
Oh, this wooden boats also
Yes.
came from the tombs.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can see like nowadays they were just holding the ropes.
Yeah, to row.
Yeah.
So what
This
do we?
is a funeral. You can see the high priestess sitting and those people.
A funeral in the boat?
Yes, because if he's tombed in a different area, so the only transportation will be the Nile River.
Boat. Okay,
Yeah.
they'll carry that. Okay.
Yes.
So let me ask you, what's birds too and fishes and
Hippo.
hippo? Do you think it's a kids' toys or what with this?
Some are kids' toys, like we still have some kids' toys and Cheshire. They rattle, and balls and board games and so on. They are in the the old Egyptian museum, and some are just kind of like an amulet. Representing an image of the god, just to keep it in their house.
In the house, okay.
Yes.
Have they found any animals that have gone extinct that they can look at it and say, oh, I don't know what animal that is?
Which one?
Have they seen any animals that were depicted 4,000 years ago that have gone extinct? That have, like the animals don't exist anymore?
The one that God Seth
Okay.
killed Osiris.
Okay.
Some they are saying that this is the anti-eater, but we don't know. It's
Okay.
different. He's representing in like a different creature. Maybe was exist in the ancient Egyptian time and doesn't exist now.
Okay. And there's the normal ant-eaters here in Egypt anymore?
There is, but this is the most one that's similar to his face. But we
Okay.
think that this is a different animal that was exist at that time,
But doesn't exist
doesn't
anymore.
exist anymore.
Oh, and this is last time we saw fish hooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see. Sorry, excuse me. You can see.
And those tools, it's copper containers, and this is like a different maquettes for the workers, the servants. We're cleaning, baking. Those are drummers. They slaughtered the cow. You can see they were not perfectly curved or painted because we found them from their tombs. Why the workers want to keep or want to do this in their tombs to keep the maquette? They want to be resurrected to keep them representations again, because in ancient Egypt, if you lose your identity, your soul will be lost in the afterlife. So you have to keep your identity, repeat it in your tomb or wherever, just to let your soul or spirit knows you in the afterlife. And this is like the farming representation. Here's the farmer, he's pushing the cows, and this is the house, they are cleaning the house.
So what do they think the population of Egypt of ancient Egypt at the time was?
We got that in the New Kingdom time, it was 2 million.
Roughly 2 million
Roughly
in the New Kingdom
Yes.
time.
Yes.
What about the
We didn't have any records before New Kingdom about population.
population? Okay.
Yes. This is different representation for the servants in different positions, baking, holding water jars, and this is the sandals, bowls,
Gold-plated sandals
Yes.
too?
Yes.
Wow.
and this is papyrus.
You think you want to be rich? Try walking around with gold-plated sandals.
Yes. It depends on your category.
Yeah.
And this is a spoon. We
Wow,
had spoons. We were
wooden
eating with
spoon.
spoons, not with hands.
And it's not just even like a regular spoon. It's a spoon that has a design of
Yes, and we
like a
have-
bird. Like
That's correct, and we have different sizes and different materials of spoons. Golden spoons for the kings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, he's born with a golden spoon,
Spoon in your
his
mouth. Yeah,
So
I mean-
this is ancient Egyptian kings, and this is like the tools they use it to put the kohal, the eyeliner. This one.
oh, for the painting.
For painting.
For the
And this is
for the
hairbrush.
makeup.
Yes, hairbrush. And
Wow,
this is
they had a
statue
hairbrush.
for a lady. She's brushing her daughter's hair.
Daughter, yeah, using
And-
the hairbrush. I'm
Yes, can
guessing.
you imagine how they were so keen with the details, the daily life details? I want to record myself. Like nowadays, we are getting videos and photos for our kids.
Kids and here
the same.
they make statues
Yes.
for that experience.
That's the same.
Yeah, and this is Middle Kingdom.
This is Middle Kingdom.
Wow.
Another servant, and this is for hair cutting. We had the hairdressers in the ancient time, and this is a different mirrors. different representation for mirrors, and those are containers for the hair perfumes and the oils,
The alabasters.
and the kohal for the eyes.
Interesting.
And this
It
is
seems like,
jewelry.
well, this is the Middle Kingdom,
This is the Middle
everyday
Kingdom.
social life, yes.
This is you can come here. This is the jewelries. Everyone in ancient Egypt has to wear jewelry according to his category, like
And status.
precious stones, gold, semi-precious stones. And you can see those rings, bracelets,
Wow.
collars. Can you see how it's delicate and detailed?
Even at this time, that is, even to today, this will
We
be
still,
considered that
yeah, very fashionable.
fashionable, yeah.
Yeah, and you know who works in the jewelry? Dwarfs.
Oh, dwarves?
They have tiny
Small
fingers.
fingers to work the intricate details?
Yes.
Okay.
Isis.
Take a look at how springy
Very, yeah.
and how intricate this is.
No touch, okay.
Oh, don't touch the glass.
You can see the bracelets that has the sphinx.
And that's a mirror?
That's a mirror.
Okay.
Very detailed.
Yeah.
This is a different horse from.
Let me see what's back here.
That's the tools of writing. Like in this board, they put the colors, the
The
ink.
different inks, yeah.
Yes, and this one they use just to press. Have you been with Isis to the Papyrus Institute?
Yes, we went to the Papyrus
They
Institute,
have
yeah.
to press or put the papyrus layings under pressure. So this one they use it just to press on the papyrus with this tool, but it got broken. It was like ending with a big stone just to press on it. Those are different papyrus papers. Are dating back to the Middle Kingdom. It's indifferent. That's what I was telling you about. The ancient Egyptian language had 3 rites. Hieroglyphic is the official one, demotic and hieratic. Demotic and hieratic are the religious and the people rites, the local people rites. So this is the local people rites.
Yeah, this writing looks very different. It doesn't
Yes.
look symbolic. It doesn't have the birds. It doesn't
Yes.
have. It almost
But
looks to me
It
like.
has, but in a different way in writing.
Yeah.
So they could read it. It's not the official one. And that's the records, the administrative records of the royal palace for Thebes, for Luxor. So they are recording what the employers' names and all the administrative stuff. So we have like kind of Excel sheets, like you can see here. You see, everything is ending with the total numbers. So at the end they can calculate.
Sum it up and tell
Yes.
you. Yes. All right.
It was very, very advanced.
Is this a gallery that's coming in this location like that?
This is space, but
Okay.
they didn't plan or aim that it will be a gallery. It's a statue for an unroyal person. He was a vizier. So he's sitting, he's like an overweight person. He's not perfect in shape. He's wearing a different garment than he's not wearing the short skirt and topless. from
Almost
the
looks
top.
like it's a he. I almost thought it was a lady.
Yeah, but he's a vizier and he's wearing a false beard.
Sorry, what's a vizier?
Yes.
What is a vizier?
It dates back to the vizier, like a minister.
Minister's a vizier.
Yes,
Okay.
minister is the vizier. So he's sitting
Visionary.
in his chair and he's wearing the false beard as a sign of wisdom, and he's wearing a wig exposing his ears. Just hearing or listening for everyone, and I know everything is
Happening
around me.
And then has clutching a rope on the
Yes.
right hand, and then
Powerful and merciful.
on the
We
merciful.
consider the viziers as the right hand of the king. He's his assistant, the main assistant. So he's very important.
Chief minister.
Yes. Again, another vizier is representing seated on his chair and holding, smelling the lotus flower. He's watching the offering table that's full of offerings, and that's his achievements and titles.
So vizier is like high priest.
Yes.
Or not
So in all celebrities, the high priest and the vizier should be with the king.
Okay, so the high priest is like for the religion. The vizier is like the king,
For
like
the
the
political
chief of staff.
Yes.
For the king,
Yes.
or something to that effect.
Yes.
Okay.
A big mirror. And this is silver. Silver containers, silver plates, and those are like silver jewelries. And the mirror, bracelets, rings
Oh, the
made out
detail
of
of a lion. That's small. You know, I wonder if that was carved or it was molded.
This
It
is
must have
silver,
been-
so just curved, and maybe like they fire it just to make it easy to curve it.
Wow.
Here, it's from those tools or those plates from different places. This is the intermediate period, and we can see it's different things. Like here, this is the Egyptian staff, and this is the douche.
The what?
The douche. Till اليهودية, Yehudiya means the Jewish. The Jews is like when the Jews came to Egypt. This is the influence of their plates or their art.
Okay,
It's
so
not like the
the
Egyptian.
Jews were in Egypt by the Middle Kingdom.
Yes, for first time they came like small
When you mention was that Ramesses that wrote,
مربتاح.
was Merembita the son of Ramesses that
Yes.
wrote the very
He
first
fighted them.
time where he said they went in they were taking the field and trying to own it as themselves, and then he sent people.
That's for the first time they are coming
Mentioned.
as like
A group.
A group. But
Okay.
like they came like at the beginning and the middle kingdom in the intermediate period, like in like small community or small population. Like it was mentioned they just came as to stay in Egypt for a few time and then they left. And they came back as a tribe or as a group to settle at the time of Merembetah.
Okay, Merembita.
Yes. This is different statues. A non-Egyptian statues.
And then this looks almost like a little sarcophagus for
There's what?
what this looks like.
This is a box that contains the statues, the prisoners or the enemies of Egypt.
All right, guys, I think this is interesting. If you take a look at this, you might not. I know that
Yeah,
guy is gonna
it has.
tell. He's gonna. All right. It has the grooves, which
Yes.
would tell you how they would drill this tubular stuff.
Yes,
and then
that's
break
correct.
it to
Breaking-
make
Make it just one surface.
make
or-
the that's at least that's how they were making those holes. And now we're going to Late Kingdom.
Yes.
This is late
This is
Kingdom.
the new kingdom, not the late.
Not late. Okay.
Yeah. The social life. Then we go for the royal status. This is the glory time of Egypt, or how we call it, the new kingdom. So the social life includes the statues of the servants, the viziers. Like this is a scribe and the baboon, the god Tut, is supporting his head.
Yep. Tut
Yes.
always has the baboon.
Yes.
Wait. Yeah, I didn't know baboons were. Is it baboons or monkeys?
Baboons.
Okay.
This is a high priest statue, and he's standing with the statue of God Amun-Ra, but it's not appeared. It got like broken, and the cobra and the sun disk. So this high priest is standing, and he's holding the cartouches of the king, who's dating back King Ramesses II.
Of course, Ramesses will somewhere be on. Is that Ramesses' name?
Yes.
Does-
Not this statue. This is the high priest of Ramesses.
But how did you know it's Ramesses II?
Ramesses. This is his coronation, his birthday, which is Mait Ka Misso.
Yeah, Mr. Ramesses will be everywhere.
Everywhere. This is a different representation for servants, supervisors, for like in the royal palace. We have this type of statues. We call it the block statue. The block statue it gives more space to write on it or to mention achievements on it. Those are different materials: black granite. This is God Amun-Ra, or the improved, the developed image of Amun-Ra is the lamb holding the sun disk and the cobra. And this is like, for example, it's limestone, again limestone with colors. You can see the dress and the wigs, it's different. It's more fancy because this is the New Kingdom time. Again, limestone, granite. So those are servants and viziers. We found them in the Valley of the Nobles in Deir el-Medina. Deir el-Medina, the city of the workers in Luxor. Those ostrakas or shukavas, you can come here and see. This is the scratches of the artist.
Of the old language.
Not old language.
The language of the peasants.
This is they were practicing to write down before. We found this in a well, a big well.
Wow.
And the city of the workers. It talks about their diaries, how they lived, how they were preparing themselves just to go to their work every day. So they were recording.
Yeah.
We found it as like when you go and write your diaries and put it in the trash at the end. So we found it in a well.
And do we think that they probably did a lot of this on papyrus, but because that degraded, the reason why we see this on pottery is because this lasted, and that's why we have records of this.
Yes, but
they probably had a lot of writing on papyrus and
we do have both, but those we found it at the city of the workers main trash in the street, like when you finish your trash in the house, you collect them and put it in the end of the street. So that's the trash we found it. I get it. I think the point being that if we found this amount of writing in trash that they threw away because of pottery, imagine the ones that they had like on papyrus, pieces of paper, ones that they want to keep it in,
and then it just degraded over time, and then this just lasted because it was on
and that's their early trial, just to try the paintings. This is like part of from the book of the dead.
That looks Greek to me.
Yes, because they got it from different times. And you can see this is dancing. They are dancing, so like early you can see the red ink is red color ink is the early scratch, and then they have to do it with black. You can see it's different.
Wow.
Here a representation for a king, and early 2 cartouches, but they are empty, so they didn't complete it or they didn't finish it up. And this is like a representation
it
for
says
him.
here papyrus sheets were very expensive, so scribes and artists who worked on tombs and temples would often write on limestones and pottery flakes.
Yes.
Because this was maybe common, which then maybe makes sense why we have.
That's where we found the city of the workers. And those are the tools the workers, they use them just to soft the surface of the wall, and those are the chisels and the tools they use to curve and to write.
So this is what if you go to those tombs, this is what they were using to do the edging and stuff.
Yes.
Like with this tip, whatever
metal?
this.
Yeah, it's metal.
This metal, that's what they will use.
The hand is
to pound
and yes.
And then they will use this to hit it behind.
And this is just to
This is almost like a pistol, like
See here, different representation.
Bringing a bull to an offering.
Yes, the grinders, just to grind.
For making a flour, maybe.
Or to bake, for baking.
Yeah, flour, baking, whatever. Yeah.
This is for Thutmose III. You can see his cartouche, Neb Khiber Ra. Thutmose III.
Yeah, someday I might be able to read it the way you read, but I don't know how you're reading it, but it's cool.
This is a papyrus, a long one. You can see how it's long and how it's big. This is a calendar.
Because they used to stitch it up into one and then roll it up into like a...
Yes.
Like the way we have books today.
Yes, the same. And this is
pages,
the calendar.
but they just roll it up. Okay.
Just to mention the days, the celebrity days, the celebrations, the festival days. Right here, but it's in Hieroglyphic, the local writing. Ancient Egyptian local writings. So that's all for social life or daily life.
Can you read this local writing?
The hieroglyphic, no.
Can people read? Can people read it? Has it been translated?
Yes, yeah, it has been translated. People got advanced hieroglyphic or the ancient Egyptian language. Yes, they could read it.
They could read this.
Yes, and this is different also part.
This seems to me just my. I'm not a linguist, but the way it looks like it could be more expressive.
Yeah.
Than hieroglyphics. It's just maybe I'm because I could. Hieroglyphics has a lot of animal imageries, which I don't know how expressive you can be with it.
It's the same like your English. I can read it, but I have to put the letters, like the official one in the books, the English. The letters has to be independent, isolated from each other. But when you write a letter or to write something,
you can just kind of scribble,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
So I cannot read it. So that's the thing. And those are the tools for the scribes. To color, to write down.
Oh yeah, that's the coloring. That's clearly. And then you can even see the paint left in that.
Still exists a remaining from the reds and
you can
black
see
colors.
the black one over there.
Yes.
Wow. And then you see your rings, or whatever this is.
Just the stamp.
Oh,
To
stamps.
put the colors.
Yeah.
And this is the royal stamp, kind of. I'm putting my stamp in my ring.
Wow.
Let's go and see the royal. This is Hatshepsut's temple.
Yes, this is Hatshepsut's temple. Mortuary temple.
Yeah, the mortuary. Her lover gave it her cinnamon. This is the warrior King Tutmosis III, who came after Queen Hatshepsut. That's we can see his name on the belt, the same scarab, Nebkhebirra, and the king's face. He's a warrior king. You know King Tutmosis III?
Yeah, he went to the military, right? When he was young, yeah.
And he made, like, in 20 years, like, more than 16 fights, and he did, like, 16 wars successfully, without any one failure. He succeeded in 16 wars.
So some people say that he was the Alexander the Great of the past. But
Napoleon. Sometimes they are saying the Egyptian Napoleon.
Well, it should be the other way around, right?
Yeah.
Napoleon was the French Tutmosis.
Tutmosis, maybe, yes. And he expanded the borders of Egypt till the Euphrates.
To the Euphrates?
Yes.
Oh, all the way in like
the east.
Yeah, Persia.
Yes. And to
okay.
Nubia in the south and to Libya in the west. And he made something different. He got the princes of the rulers of Syria and all other countries he conquered to grow up in Egypt, just to feel loyal to Egypt. When they get back to their homelands,
they will
never fight with Egypt.
Ah, smart guy.
He
very
was
brilliant.
very smart, and he got married with some Phoenician or another country's daughters.
So they shouldn't come and
we
fight.
have a diplomat relationships, so we'll never fight with Egypt. That's Tutmosis.
Yeah, let me make a note of this one. I think maybe somebody to pay attention to. But he did not leave his name everywhere like Ramesses II.
No. He left his military campaigns. This is the lovely
How did he
queen.
die?
He died when he got aged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He didn't die in battle. Okay.
No. This is Queen Hatshepsut. She's dressing up like a man, and she's kneeling, giving offerings in the temple in the presence of the gods. She's holding the a holy essential oils to give it to the god. She is representing herself as a man.
Yeah, no breast, yeah.
Nothing, like with the muscles, like, but the facial features.
And even the hip, you can tell, is feminine.
Yes.
To a certain extent, yeah.
But the face and the hips looks like feminine. The artists want to say that she's a queen, she's a female, but at the same time, she wants to keep her titles like as a man. You can see the legs.
Wow.
And her face, the eyes and lips. Pure. It's red granite. We got it from her temple, the mortuary temple, at Luxor, at Al Deir al Bahri. That's what we call it, Deir al Bahri.
So this statue came from the mortuary temple. It was in that temple.
Yeah, it was there.
Okay.
It dates back to the 18th dynasty. We are in the New Kingdom time. And this is a different representation. It dates back to King Akhenaten. You can see him.
Yeah, of course,
Akhenaten.
yeah, you can tell, very unique.
Different
very
one.
unique.
Yes, you can see his eyes here with this wig. This is the family of Akhenaten. And Tutankhamun also was like different. He looks like his father. And this is a representation for the Asian enemies. They are kneeling in the presence of the king Akhenaten, and that's in the temple. One of the temples, we got it from the 18th dynasty during the time of King Akhenaten. Those are the one of the enemies. He's asking for forgiveness. Again, enemies. This is Akhenaten, his lips, nose, and his tall chin or thin chin. You can see here. This is his face at the end.
Oh yeah, very distinct face. Very distinct.
And the wrinkles, even the wrinkles, he followed a realistic school of art. And this is the only time we see that the sun rays ending with Ankh, with the key of life, giving the whole life for people who are praying for the new god Atun, the god who he asked for, or he invited people to pray for, and not to pray for any other god. This is Queen Nefertiti and him. They are giving offerings to the god, the power behind the sun.
Yeah.
This is the religious part. You're getting here.
The religious of
New Kingdom.
New Kingdom. Okay. I think this is something interesting.
Amarna. This is Nefertiti and Akhenaten, and the 6 daughters. Baboons. The god.
King Tut. Well,
Yeah,
Tut. Yeah.
Yes. God
Not
Tut.
king, but Tut.
Yeah, just doing like this. They are just saying, or they are so happy when the sun is rising. Horus, the Behdad or Horus of the New Kingdom.
Wow.
An offering table for King Ramses II. We can see his cartouche. It's over there. It's made out of limestone. It's not perfect, but like as usual, Ramses II, he wants to keep himself everywhere. Doesn't matter the quality. That's we can see here the god Osiris, the afterlife god, and god Horus. He's standing here, and those are priests are giving the offerings to both gods in the presence of both gods. And this is Horus eye. Horus eye, by the way, ancient Egyptian people, they use it to put it as a tattoo. You know, after finishing up the mummification, they are because during the mummification they are doing an open here with the belly just to take off all the organs from the body. After they finish, they are painting
And
Horus
just to
eye.
show you what she's doing.
Just painting Horus eye right here, kind that as a tattoo. We didn't know what kind of ink they used for this tattoo, but just to keep the body away from the bad eyes, or they believe that will keep it away from the infections.
So the living people will have tattoos.
Yes, they have.
So tattoo is not a new thing.
But actually, the tattoos in the ancient Egypt time, it was for prostitutes or the sex workers. So they used to put tattoos for God Bes, the joyful god.
Okay,
dwarf
so
god
the good people will not be putting tattoos.
Yes, except for when they are getting died, when they during mummification process they have to keep Horus eye in their body.
Okay.
This is Amenhotep III. When he was young, Amenhotep III, he's the father of Akhenaten.
Yeah.
It dates back to the 18th dynasty, and his wife, Queen T, she was powerful, and her mummy in the National Civilization Museum with a curly red hair.
Okay. I need to remember this. Amenhotep III,
Amenhotep III.
father of Akhenaten,
Yes.
who
The
gave
owner
birth.
of the Colosseum of Memnon.
So the owner of
Yes.
the Colosseum Memnon,
Yes.
and then gave birth to Akhenaten, and then he gave birth to Thoth, king.
Yes. From the father's side.
From the father's side. Thoth passed away, and then the lady became queen. It's
Yes.
interesting. Okay.
This is God's Amun and Mut, his wife. A very just we got it's a destroyed status made out of limestone. But we tried to collect it, and we put some support for it just to keep it. This is one of the main theories, the religious theories, that God Amun and goddess Mut, they got married, and those are creator gods. She's wearing the white crown and he's wearing the red crown, or supposed to wear the red crown, and both are combined together to be one kingdom, Upper and Lower Egypt.
And this is made of limestone. Okay.
Yes.
So it's interesting that I'm just kind of thinking on my feet here. So you had the Old Kingdom, Intermediate Period, Middle Kingdom, New Kingdom, right? And then that's where you had the Ptolemaic period,
Yeah.
which was around, it came to around maybe 300 BC.
Yes.
And then that ended. When you look at Greek civilization and Roman civilization, is there any theory that Greek civilization wasn't known as much before until they came to Egypt, maybe learned some of this, and then that's when it seems like when Egypt was just going on a decline, then Greek was picking up, and then it went to the Romans. Maybe that knowledge kind of came from here and just crossed over the Mediterranean to go over there.
That's correct.
In the timeline, because it's like Egypt was just, after that Lake Kingdom just almost disappeared, and then
Yes. It got collapsed.
collapsed, and then the Greeks
They got all the benefits.
the benefits, and
Everything,
then
and
pass
they-
it on to the Romans, and then it just
Yes.
seems like that's how it went.
That's what happened for especially the science, the medicines, all the doctors, all
Yeah.
the science, the artists, everyone, they
Yeah.
got the benefits from them, and they want to get their education and their knowledge for them. But to be honest, the Greek had a civilization, but it's different than the ancient Egyptian. They had, and the Roman had civilization, but it's totally different.
Totally
Egypt
different.
was so civilized and more improved than the other countries in this area or in this time. But they got benefit from Egyptian, yes. And when
Yeah.
they came and when they settled in Alexandria, they created the Egyptian, the last people. Class 1 were the Greek and the Roman, the Jewish, the noble people, then Egyptian
Egyptians the
king
last,
at the
yeah.
last.
Interesting.
This is the king Amenhotep III, as he's representing himself as a warrior and giving the offerings in the presence of the god Amun-Ra.
Amun-Ra.
Amun-Ra is
With the
here.
2 feathers.
Yes, the 2 feathers. Again, it's been repeated right here, and you can see in a very unique.
This one he has Upper
The
Egypt.
white, yeah.
This one is
This is upper,
upper
the south,
and then lower.
And this we call upper is the south, because the Nile River is
Oh,
coming
yeah,
from the
yep,
upper.
yep, mhm.
Yes. So this is the south, this is the north, and here he's getting the bless face by face from the god. So the god is standing and facing the king, giving him the bless. I need to show you this small statue for god Ptah.
Ptah. This is the main god, right?
Yes.
That created everything.
This is 2 ears. This chapel or cella just been put in a temple in a very in a closed room. Why? Just to let people go and confess.
This
say,
was put in a temple.
Yes,
Where?
for worshiping God Ptah. It dates
Here-
back to-
here in
Memphis.
Egypt? In Memphis?
So it's
At the time or-
at the time
or
of
recent?
the New Kingdom
So people were going there to
to
converse.
confess. Yes, and to
And you have
say-
the 2 ears listening.
Yes, listening. The God is listening, so you're
So
okay.
you can see one ear here. You can see another ear over there.
This is the God's ears. He's listening for what you are saying, and he's giving you the forgiveness.
Wow.
He's forgiving you.
Wow. Interesting.
This is one of the stelas for it describes or telling you an idea about what's the renovation that the king did for the temple, and kind that I'm getting blessing. Like for nowadays, if you are adding an element in a church or you are renovating or giving a donation for a church, this is the same. The king was donating for the gods' temples, giving like I'm giving this temple land, and I'm sending my workers and artists just to renovate this part of the temple. That's what describes.
This is Stella,
this
or the plot of granite. It's called the restoration.
Here is this part,
And this is
the late period,
the late period.
and the Greco-Roman together. You will see something will be mixed between the Greco-Roman. It's just appeared from the coffin here.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
This is the Greco-Roman. We got it from Alexandria. If you have the chance to go to Alexandria in one day, you will see in some sightseeings, it's full of the Roman or this design of art, coffins and the walls and the designing of the palaces. It has the same free moving statues or representation. The hair is different, the dressing is different, and even the decoration. Come here also and see this coffin. This is 26th dynasty. 26th dynasty, it's still ancient Egyptian.
How do you tell this is 26th dynasty?
This
Oh,
is from the age, and it dates back to one of the chief of army. His name is Badis Matawi, and you can see here goddess Nephthys. She's protecting him, and that's all parts from the Book of the Dead.
wow.
This is the name of Egypt, Kemet. So he's making sure, or he's saying that I was good in my land, and those are the gods who are leading in the afterlife journey. This is Anubis. Anubis. This is Horus. Again, Anubis. This is the baboon, Tut. And
Okay,
this is
so
Horus
Todd
eye.
sometimes will have the baboon on the head.
Yes, a human body with the baboon's head.
And some mummies still existed, some still existed, some others. And all of it had the same coffin texts as well.
And this is the crown of God Osiris, the god of the afterlife. So all the baboons. This is the bird with the human head. This is the soul or spirit of the dead person, the ka.
Oh, the car.
The ka. That's the spirit. It represents as like a bird with a human head.
Okay.
This is the Ptolemy.
But it has something to do with karma. Karma is more.
I'm sorry?
Karma is more from like the Indian.
No, this is Ka.
Okay.
This is one of the Ptolemy coffins. You can see the different. It has some ancient Egyptian costumes like the makeup, it looks like the face, but it's not Egyptian. The dead person or the owner of the coffin, he was not Egyptian, he was Ptolemy. The same here, you can see a human representation, human face coffins with a human size. We got them from Saqqara, but Ptolemy time.
From Saqqara?
Saqqara is the largest necropolis that housed.
So they had this. They were putting this in Saqqara. Where in Saqqara?
In different tombs in Saqqara.
In some of the tombs are with those places we just.
Yeah, like Saqqara, it has tombs from the Old, Middle, New Kingdom, and Ptolemy time. It's still the largest graveyard.
Were they digging ground? Were they just burying it?
No, it's mastabas.
Oh, okay. There were mastabas there.
Yes, multiple rooms inside it.
Okay, they will put them in different rooms.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is like a scene from the mummification. You can see the bodies laying on the funeral bed, and the 4 canopic jars are under the bed that house the organs. And this is the car is going back to the body, the bird with a human head. And those are Isis and Nephthys, the 2 protective goddess, the wife of Osiris and his sister. And the baboons, Horus, and those are negative spells from the Book of the Dead.
I did not steal something from my life. I did not okay.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, without a guide, like I would just look at this and it would just be a bunch of funny writings to me, but I think having you explain it does help a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the 4 canopic jars. That's housing the organs, kidneys, stomach, the liver, all the organs except for the heart. Heart has to be mummified and put back on the body, just to help the person in the afterlife. So those made out of alabaster dating back to the 27th dynasty.
27th dynasty.
Those are marvelous coffins.
And these are wooden ones.
Yes.
Let's see. Is this an actual mummy?
Yes.
Actual mummy
Yes,
is
mummy.
still in there right
Yes.
now?
And you can see the covers with the faces of people. Those are for high priests.
And what time frame is this?
It dates back to the late period time.
The late.
And the New Kingdom.
The New Kingdom, okay.
Different. We have 123 of those.
So I didn't realize that. So there are different layers in there.
Yeah, different.
And then it's wrapped up.
So underneath this top cover, there is like a mummy wrapped with the linen. Like we can.
Well, what is this top cover that's painted? Is that Is that just like
It's wooden.
No, like if you look at the mummy, or
The black color.
where the painting is on. What is this painting on?
Colors. Our colors.
No, but is that like another wooden?
Layer? Yeah.
Yeah, wooden layer, okay.
Another cover. Like because you see,
Okay.
it's 1, 2, 3, 3 coffins.
And
The
then
top.
if you remove this, then you see
The mummy.
it must have been a tiny.
This is the second cover. This is the third top cover.
Okay, so
This
first, second, third.
Third, yes.
Oh wow! So it must have been a really tiny. This is not even up to 6 feet, so it must have been a tiny woman.
You will see the real mummies in the National Civilization Museum. They're all the same size of us, but just some a little bit got shrink because of the mummification.
Okay, yeah,
But
it looks small.
It's still the same size of us. You can see here the representation. This one it dates back to the New Kingdom time, and this is Isis. She's spreading her wings on the ka, the spirit of the dead person, the bird with the human head. So you can see the details even inside the coffin. And on the back you can see the reflection from the mirror here, from the glass. On the back of this cover,
Yeah.
you can see mat. with the feather, the goddess of
Oh,
the truth.
Mahat, yeah.
She's standing and she's holding the ankh and
Both hands.
yes, with giving the whole life. And this is the ka, the spirit of the dead person, the human head with the bird body, is getting the blessing from her feather. Please forgive me, or please give me the right record that I was a good person.
Yeah, you can see the mirror reflecting.
Yes.
And they all have mirrors.
All
This
nice.
one's
And
have.
this one you can see Osiris in the back of this cover.
Yeah. You see the mirror right there. So did they call this, the ones that are wooden like this, coffins or sarcophagus too?
Coffins, as long as it takes a human shape, it's a coffin. If it's
Is
like
there
a rectangular, so this is a coffin.
The sarcophagus, okay. And then would this be ordinary people then that would get
Those are
buried
high priests.
in wooden coffins like
Yes,
this?
yes.
They didn't have money to do granite?
Authority.
They didn't have money to do granite?
No, but it was like more detailed and more fancy, like just to get all those colors and details. They prefer to be buried in silos, one on the top of each other.
Okay, in a tomb.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the last one in the top, at the end.
And these were
one-
all found with mummies in them.
Yes, mummies inside them. So you
Where
can
did they
see
keep the
here
mummies now?
in at different museums, like in the Egyptian museum, the old
Maybe
one.
even around the world, maybe there are mummies.
No, we have their mummies in the old
Okay.
Cairo museum.
Oh, this one.
In the second floor.
Okay.
Yes. You can see the details here. All those details and all the scenes are representing the gods and goddess are giving the blessing to the owner of this coffin. And we can see here, this is one of the coffins. This is a sarcophagus.
Wow, this is a wooden sarcophagus.
And it's full of inscriptions from the Book of the Dead.
And the fact that this painting stays with the level of
The
details.
same colors,
Yeah,
and
it's
she's the owner of the dead person. She's a female, and she's
Bring
getting
to the jackal.
to Jackal Anubis, and that's in her funeral. And that's in the presence of or attendance of God Osiris. He's standing, and that's Horus in the back. And here, this box should contain her canopic jars and Goddess Nephthys, the sister of Osiris. She's putting the divine oils or essential oils on the line, and here Osiris also. Different scenes. Those are mummies inside the wooden.
Okay, these are actual mummies.
Yes, actual mummies.
¿Cuántos escenarios tenemos?
Wow, they did a lot of.
Something from the late time in Greek time, canopic jars.
Was this a baby?
Yes, small one.
Small baby.
Yeah. And this is like it dates back to the Greek.
Yeah,
Roman
it
time,
looks
the garment.
like it looks. Even the facial feature looks.
A Greek writing,
Yeah,
Greek language.
¿Recordáis al taller en su
mummy of a girl.
Ya modificaron allí, ese sí.
Again, Greek,
Una momia, ¿sí?
gold.
Estaba dentro, pero está dentro ahora, pero ese sería. La otra.
And then this was in a coffin.
Yes.
All of this would be put into a coffin.
Yes.
De un niño.
And then this is what? This is cotton.
This is linen.
Linen.
Layers of linen, yeah. And that's also Greek Roman. You can see the difference between the ancient Egyptian and the Greek Roman art.
Yeah.
This is Roman, the Roman garments. And this is a funeral procession. You can see here in the boat, and the spirit with the dead person in the coffin. It goes through the Nile River, and that's Greek Roman, but they want to keep themselves like ancient Egyptian.
Yeah, what is this?
Should cover the whole coffin.
Okay.
So kind of more, and those are two goddesses, Isis and Nephthys. They are mourning. They are so sad for the death
person.
of this person.
Person.
And those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 here and 7 on the other side. Those 14 gods and goddess are writing down. 7 are positive, 7 are negative. Just you have to say your negative spells. I didn't cheat. One will believe you and one will not. and you have to prove for the one who will not believe you that you didn't do this. So they are holding ma'at feather, and the other side they are holding the same feather. Sometimes they are holding the key of life. To show you something here, Hatshepsut, 300 Hatshepsut.
What's Hatshepsut?
360 of servants statues and the same number of the days, in the year. Each servant in each year, just to help the person in the afterlife. So the kings had Hatshepsut since the time of King Tutankhamun, from the new kingdom till the late period. They used to put 360 statues of servants in their tombs just to serve them in the afterlife. So we have different
365.
5 days are for the forgettable days, that the days that the god sleep and he's not recording or punishing people for anything. So those 5 days people are doing everything without being punished. So yes, 365, but 360 are the main. You can see those amulets, a representation for the gods. You can see in a very tiny shape. What's the purpose of those? Like to wear them in a chains, or to put them in the layers, between the layers of the linen when you wrap the mummy. Just kind of like an amulet to help this person in the afterlife. Gold, silver, turquoise.
And it looks like fingers.
Yes.
So,
Amulets.
was there any time where people were actually buried with the mummies?
What do you mean?
Like they would take people, like servants, and I think the answer is probably no. Like actual humans to say, okay, this king has died, we're gonna lock up a bunch of servants in there to serve the king.
No.
No, okay.
No live burying. Just a representation.
Just a representation,
Like
okay.
the Hatshepsut, like another Hatshepsut are over there. You can see them in a wood turquoise. This is like a cover on a mummy.
Oh, look at how fancy that is.
Very fancy.
Imagine today you wear that would be fancy, and then imagine that was like thousands of years ago.
Hatshepsut again. Servants.
Each person
This is a great
Oh yeah,
representation.
so good turquoise color.
Great Roman representation.
Yeah, they did a lot of stuff in. They didn't use granite a lot. And then even the scales and things like that is all great.
Mummified crocodile.
Oh yeah.
Big one.
Yeah. Do we know today what the formula for the recipe for mummification was? Or is it lost?
Apparently yes, and we start to mummify since 1960s. We mummified some birds, animals, but we never know if our recipe
will stand the test of time.
Until we see after hundreds of years.
Yeah, after 1,000, 2,000. Yeah. How did they figure out the way to do that now?
By the remaining tools we found it, and the priests who are responsible for the mummification in their tombs. It's like the map of Egypt. The AI.
Okay. Wow, pretty cool.
Horus. That's how it looks like.
Upper and Lower Egypt combined. And somebody said Egypt is essentially this stretch of land along the Nile is essentially where people live, because other than that,
Desert?
it's desert.
Yeah, that's correct.
Like if you remove this stretch of land all the way to the delta there is like, you have the silver oasis over there, that's just about it. I've seen that down there with the high dam now, but other than that, this is all.
Everything is related to the Nile River.
Yeah.
He's the source of the life here.
Yeah, it's
We're
it's
now
remarkable.
getting to the social sorry, the kings of the late period and the Ptolemy Greek. So you can see the difference shape, the different status of the kings during that time, the Greek time, the Ptolemy time. Even if they try to dress up like Egyptian, if they want to get the same gods like Egyptian, they have their touch, like those, the block statues, dating back to the time of the Ptolemies. A priest is holding a shrine with the god Amun-Ra in the middle, and again Amun-Ra, Mut, and Khonsu, the triple, the three gods. A priest here, and he's giving offerings in the presence of Ra Hurachti, right here, and he's putting a cone just to get a good smell for his head. And he's wearing a leather. That's the dressing up, the dresses for the priests in that time.
Is that a leopard
Yes,
leather?
leopard, yeah.
Wow.
Different statues for priests, viziers, or the ministers. Again, here, repeated. We can see the art.
Hatshepsut temple.
Yes.
Burial temple.
Isis. This is a coffin, black granite. It's
Polished.
very nice. Yes, very.
I think
polished.
some of them, I don't know, some of them are so detailed that some are just like, but some of them you really look at it, it's like
very detailed.
very detailed.
Like this is still also being polished very well.
So tell me about
this is
the way the hieroglyphics was deciphered. That was with what was the stone that was used to decipher the hieroglyphics?
The Rosetta Stone.
The Rosetta Stone, yeah.
In 1803, we got the French campaign in Egypt by the leadership of Napoleon.
This is not the
Bonaparte.
Rosetta Stone, right?
This is not a Rosetta Stone. And the original one, it's in the British Museum right now.
The British Museum
Yes,
in
the copy,
London?
Yeah, the copy.
Are they going to bring it back here?
No,
No?
we didn't bring it back. We asked it to bring it back, but they said no. As long as all the antiquities been taken in a legal way before getting the law that's permitting people to steal or to take the stuff from Egypt, so they can keep it. But if it's after getting the law, no, we can't. We have the right to return it back.
Okay.
We have a copy of the Rosetta Stone. It's in the Egyptian Museum, the old one in Tahrir Square. It has two languages,
Okay.
which is the Greek and the ancient Egyptian, but in three rites: the
Okay.
hieroglyphic and the Motic and the Greek.
Okay.
Hieroglyphic is the formal one or the professional one. The Motic, the religious. These are coins.
Coins, yeah.
Coins
of the
dating back
Greeks.
to the Greek, because in ancient Egypt we didn't have coins or currency. We had the exchange system.
Like just trade by barter kind of
Yes.
thing.
So Champollion, the French guy, he could read Greek. So he compared the Greek with the ancient Egyptian. So that's how he could translate the inscription. That inscription, it dates back to the time of Ptolemies. That Ptolemy is saying that he dedicated some lands to the god and to the priests' temples. So he could understand the language. That's
Okay.
from that time we could
Pretty much read everything.
everything about the ancient Egyptian history. Before that, it was just science. We didn't know what does it mean.
Okay.
This is the Sphinx. It dates back to the Greek time. You can see from the face, it's different.
Yeah, and the Sphinx, the tail always comes to the right.
Yes.
And then the details on the ribs,
ribs.
shows. Wow.
Yeah. These are like a different representation for the god Amun-Ra. He's sitting on his throne, and you can see Horus. Not perfect like the ancient Egyptian Horus, like the dimensions of the body, the chest. It's not. It doesn't fit the whole body. So this is the Greek work.
Yeah, you
It's
can
not
tell.
ancient
Yeah,
Egyptian.
you
Yeah.
can tell.
And you can see this also. Ancient. This is not ancient Egyptian. However, should be Isis. That should be Hathor. Can you imagine again Isis? Can you imagine this is Osiris? They try to mix their art with our art, but it's not perfect like the ancient Egyptian art.
Yeah.
Not perfect in dimension, in face, and anything.
Seni kakela.
My colleague.
Oh, for planetals.
عينيا ماشي ماشي يا قلبي.
Planetals.
Yes. This is the social life during the Greek time. You can see this the Roman statue made out of marble. The Roman facial features, the wrinkles, his firm, his so.
Even the beard, you can tell like
Yeah.
it's not very well shaven, but you can
Yes.
on the chin.
Yeah, that's correct. The garment, the stand, and everything, like it's different than the ancient Egyptian. The same right here. This is the columns, crowns. This is the Greco-Roman. This is Hathor, goddess Hathor. She's the ancient Egyptian goddess, but with the influence or the authority of the Roman art. The Roman and the Greek, they kept worshipping Osiris, Hathor, and Horus, but they mixed them with their gods. Hathor, she was like divine till the time of Cleopatra. We have a Cleopatra representation in Dendera temple. You can see this lion is eating the lamb. See Roman, all the Roman.
Yeah, the Romans.
Yeah.
How can you tell this is Roman and not Greek?
According to what's the carbon radius.
Okay, because
So-
I think the Greeks too.
Had lines and the
And
curly
the curly,
hairs.
very
Yes.
curly, yeah.
But they did a carbon radius for the statues to know what the age of the stones. And you can see here it's a different representation for their Greco-Roman art. Even the small ones. They
Where is
keep
the
them-
section for Nubia?
Nubia. We don't have a specific section for Nubia, but in Aswan we have the Nubian Museum.
Nubian Museum. Okay.
Yes, different parts here. And the jewelry. We can see here the hair brushes, and those are the makeup containers.
Is that wood?
Yes, this is wood.
So this was made in wood, and this is
Yes.
wood. Wow.
Different sizes.
How many years ago?
It dates back to 1st or 2nd century. Like this is Greco-Roman.
Oh, first or second century. Okay,
Yes.
so. Wow.
This is kohl containers, but in ancient Egypt, dating back to, we have a hairbrush dates back to King Djoser.
Yeah, we
The stick
saw
pyramid.
one.
In the Egyptian museum, there is a one that has the cartouche of the name of the king.
King,
the name
okay.
of Djoser. He was
Oh,
brushing
wow.
his hair with different sizes. So we have older than the Greco-Roman.
And this will be a mirror.
Yes, should be a mirror. Should has like
Nice.
to be polished with a layer of copper, and this is the tools that they use it just to put the eyeliner or
Yep.
the eye couple. Like here, she's breastfeeding, holding a baby,
Yeah, they
and
get-
the other baby in their hand.
Yeah, walking.
Like
Wow.
nowadays
And even
women.
even the small baby has a necklace.
Yes, details, and she's wearing a very nice dress, exposing her thighs.
This is the tie on the
Yes.
right leg.
And she's smiling. However, she's very busy.
Yeah. Wow.
And also this woman, a boy, he's holding her
And
leg.
she's like making her
Yeah.
hair like.
for her hair. This is the details you can see here. Those are cups. glass cups. That's the beginning of the glass in the Roman time, the Greco-Roman, and that's
Okay,
bronze.
so now we're talking about like 200, 3rd century, 2nd century.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And those are bronze tools, copper, glass,
For soup, so
turquoise,
for whatever that
yes.
is, tea and
turquoise
okay.
cups. Very nice cups that has hieroglyphic signs on them. This is typically Greco-Roman.
Yeah,
That one.
because clay, and I'm sure that's just carved into it. Those turquoise colors are really
Yeah, the turquoise. It has a very fine and perfect hieroglyphic.
Yeah.
Ancient Egyptian.
painted on it. It's just a paint,
Yes,
and then to
just
have
paint.
that paint.
Yeah.
So they painted
the
it.
black color.
They painted it blue and then
No,
painted
this
it.
is a turquoise.
Sorry, turquoise. Yeah, turquoise, and then painted it black on top.
Black, yes.
To make the black and blue stick
Yes.
this long, it's unbelievable.
Coins. Again.
The map of
You can see here. This is how it shows you, like, this is a port. Where are the ports? And this is the quarries. Giza quarries to get the limestone from here. And this is the eastern desert to get the silver and the gold. And here the valleys or oasis, and the cities in the black circles. And you can see
so
what
where's
we got.
Aswan then is
Aswan beside Nubia,
because we
right
say
here.
Okay.
This is the Nile River, and the top goes down. And Aswan, you can say this is the last point.
Yep.
Or last city.
Somewhere around there.
Yes.
Okay.
In the south.
Then you have the Levant, Mesopotamia, Anatolia. That makes sense. Crete and Cyprus. Okay.
Coins, different coins again here, that has a Greco-Roman faces of the rulers who ruled Egypt in that time.
How much are these coins worth today?
Ah,
Probably nothing.
if you
I don't know.
found it, so you can sell it with a big amount. This
Yeah.
is ancient Egyptian, or
Yeah,
it's
in the
Greco-Roman.
yeah, in the sense of, but I mean just in terms of like dollar value, not in terms
okay.
of like the
If you found something.
yeah. The papyrus.
Yes, papyrus.